everybody. Merry Christmas, season's greetings. We hope you are all well. Thanks for watching. Today, a Christmas special podcast with some friends and some subscribers, just to have a chat about Ferrari and Formula One, a few things that have happened in the season, and maybe some predictions in the future. But a lot of fun, and we're here just to hang out and have a good time. So we hope you enjoy it. My name's Toby, here in London.
And my name is Paul, here in Birmingham. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Absolutely. Welcome, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for being here. It's great to have you. So we're just going to have a bit of a chat, a few things we're going to talk about the season, some predictions, and some of your favourite moments over the 2024 season. So, okay, so I'm just going to throw it out there. Let's start with Pete. What do you think? What's your race of the year? What was the race for you that stood out?
Yeah, good question. Difficult one, I think, to answer. I was thinking about the Italian Grand Prix. I really loved the way Charles managed to keep his tires in shape in the second stint, and he did some marvelous laps. Consistent and unbelievable the way he did it.
Yeah.
And then there was the US Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas as well, where I thought, well, Ferrari was doing really well. I really enjoyed watching that.
Yeah.
From an Italian city, a pizzeria where I was having dinner with the Belgian club. So, I really enjoyed it.
Absolutely, and I think Monza's going to be a popular choice. So I'm going to, What about you, Dan?
I'm stuck between Monaco and Monza, really. I think obviously Monaco for Charles Leclerc's first win. I was in tears. I was absolutely in tears, and I got really drunk as well. after it, like
best way to celebrate.
Needed that boost for Monaco, and I think like Monza was something special as well for the Italian, for the Ferrari fans as well. You know what I mean? I'm stuck. Probably if I was going to say one for Ferrari, it's probably Monza. That's my go-to one. Like, but obviously Monaco's got a special place in my heart. Like, so.
Absolutely, yeah. No, it was incredible to see it. You know, as we were talking with Richie Chirnside earlier, we were saying the same thing. You know, he got that monkey off his back and won his home Grand Prix. It's pretty special. But so, Rudy, I'm coming to you again.
Actually, I can't choose. If I have to choose, I would say all the races that Ferrari won, because the ones that Sainz won, he won them on his own. The first one in Australia, where he overtook Max on the outside into turn 9 or turn 11. What's that now without the two chicanes? Monza was great. Monaco was great. Every time Ferrari wins, it gives me a boost, because a win on Sunday is a sell on Monday, and that works every time. Then I'm out with my pal Arno, and I have my Ferrari shirts with me, and we win. We finish the job and we win. You know, it's all, the plan comes together. I don't know what happens then. It's just magic. Yeah. So it's Monza, Monte Carlo, and the races that Ferrari won, they were just super.
No, I agree. All of them. I mean, it's great to see it win, of course, but Monza. Yeah, that was pretty.
I wish
serious.
to have so much victories that we would start saying, "Oh man, again," you know. Instead of the other party having that
next year.
Next year. There's always a next year. That's true.
My choice is clearly Monza for the race of the year for sure.
I was away on holiday for Monza, so I didn't see the race, so I can't say that. I'm going to be a little bit left field here. I'm going to say Miami.
Okay.
Purely because I was away for the bank holiday weekend up the road, having a great time in a hotel, Peroni on draft, and
I thought you were going somewhere else with that, mate. Yeah.
But it was absolutely fantastic, because the next day we go to see the Peter Collins monuments in Chelsea Walls, and we were sitting in a bar watching the race with Peroni, and Lando Norris's first when it was all good. So I'm going to be a little bit awkward there. Sorry. Why am I?
It's all good, mate. It's all good. Okay, 3 drivers. Rudy, take it away, buddy. Who are your top 3 drivers 2024?
As I said, I loved how Colapinto came into Formula One. He even looked in the face. He resembles a lot like Ayrton Senna. He reminds me a lot of him. also his racecraft. He's still young. He still has to learn a lot. It took Senna also 4 years until he started winning. So he's still young, but he's wise. Max with his outstanding performance, even though the car was shit, the team was shit. But he took them into his own championship. Perez failed. Red Bull failed. He went champion on his own, without Newey, without anyone else. He pointed how the car should be and did it. Charles came back out of the winter more adult, more grown up, more experienced, more at ease. That fast devil that he could be, like Gilles, all radical and go for it. You saw that back again in Abu Dhabi, the chase to get all those cars on the inside. There you saw the Gilles Charles again, but more careful than he used to be. He's not wrecking the car anymore, you know.
Oh, he had no choice in Abu Dhabi. He had to finish.
Calmer. So I think next year we're going to get
it. I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right.
I think next year we're going to get it. It's the 75th year of Formula One, and it's so it's got to be Ferrari, you know.
Let's hope, mate. Let's hope you're right, buddy. Yeah, Dan, what do you think?
I'll go. It's going to be a bit of a sore. I'll say Max, Charles, and Lando. Max is. I've had a bit of a soft spot for Max. Because obviously he's close to Michael Schumacher, like obviously their dad, and plus the amount what he did in Brazil was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Getting from that just shows you people give him a lot of stick, people give him a lot of hate and aggro, but to prove that just shuts everybody. That shuts all his critics down. That race shut everybody down and proved him that he is a driver. And he isn't, obviously, he is very aggressive, don't get me wrong. He's doing some things not right, but that, for me, that's why he's top number one at the minute for me, Max. Charles, absolutely just fantastic. For him to win Monaco, like I said before. Plus as well, it was just so nice to see different drivers winning. And plus we got in the mix of that driver, that got in the mix as well. You know what I mean? And Lando pushing the world champion. Well, we haven't had that for a while, have we? Since 2022 with Charles and Max. But him pushing to which I thought for Lando was going to go down to the last race. I thought he was going to go down to the last race. It was getting that way, but obviously it never happened. But I think he did an absolutely fantastic drive. Lando did. He's been really good all the way through. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? That's my top three. I'll actually say.
Well, I'm with you with the Max thing, mate. I would buy you a pint and shake your hand for that. Yeah, I've always been a fan of his as well. So
it's been a bit of a soft spot for me, like, obviously because of my. But obviously he still gets a lot of hate after 2021. I get it in the pub now. If I go out to the pub or go out with my Ferrari top on, they're always asking me, what do you think of 2021? And all I say nowadays, who was third on the podium? And they look at me and they go, I can't remember. I was like, exactly.
Was it?
Yeah. So that's what I mean. That you curb getting into that toxicity, if you know what I mean. Like, because a lot of people can turn on you, and you can turn on that, and you can get quite nasty. I've seen fights about it, like in pubs. It's not good. But for Max, he didn't do anything. Obviously, he did. But no, 100% Max. He did an absolutely fantastic race. That was brilliant.
Yeah, nice. Peter, what do you think, sir? Who are your choices?
Well, I'm not exactly surprising there. I'm totally agreeing with Dan. I love Max, although, maybe I'm biased because being Dutch, but no, the way he did this season, really remarkable. But also, I think Charles did a very good job, especially after the summer stop, and probably did have something to do with the upgrades on the Ferrari as well. But still, really impressive. And third is Lando. I mean, sure, he's not a great performer starting from the pole, but otherwise he did manage to get into second. So he did some good races. All over the season. I think he deserves a top 3 spot for sure. Yeah.
That's what I also
Nice.
also meant with my choice with Charles Leclerc, because he took a step back to redevelop the car, 4 races instead of 2 races, to get the flaws out of the car, and he came back after the summer, getting almost triple header with almost 3 wins. Russell didn't go in, and that Hamilton had a very good race, and also went for his second win that day.
Yeah.
But Russell outsmarted everyone by not stopping, but then he got outsmarted by his own Mercedes team, who didn't add up all the kilograms. Huh?
Yeah, well, no problem there.
My heart was broken. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no! Oh no! You're lying.
Well, yeah. Selfishly, I'm going to go next quite quickly. Yeah, Max, easy. 2, Charles, for many of the same reasons you guys have spoken about, especially Monza and onwards. I just thought he's stepped it up. I think he stepped it up this entire year, actually, because he knew Carlos was going. And I think he probably thought Carlos is going to just be out for himself a little bit more. So I got to find that extra space, and he did. But he's matured in this last year a lot. So yeah, he would be my second choice. And Piastri, I think he is phenomenal. I think he's like super fast and super aggressive, and his head is in the right space to be a world champion and a multiple race winner. So
Yeah, and he's got that psychological warfare, psychological warfare game. He's got that under control, man. He's dangerous.
Yeah, there were moments in this season where he took it to Lando, and I think he's got the headspace for it. And he also took it to Max a few times, and I thought, this guy's on it. Next year, I think it's going to be pretty serious between him and Max.
You had the Max podcast, the cooling down room, right? And Max and Lando were talking, and Lando almost goes off on the video screen. Yeah, he almost goes off, and Max says, "Whoa, you should have let go of your brakes, and you would have crashed." And then Piastri said to Lando, "How did that make you feel without using swear words?" And Max had just received that penalty, and you saw Max looking away with steam in his eyes. He was almost going over that borderline. That was a stab by Piastri, making Max feel bad again at that point. So that's why I'm saying Piastri can be very vicious.
Yeah,
he can be very mean in those psychological wars, and that's I do not like that. Drivers shouldn't be needing that.
Paul, anyway, what about you, sir?
Yeah, so I'm going to go Max as number 1, but I would not give him 10 out of 10 because I think he still needs to learn about, sort of driving with other drivers on the cusp, sort of neck to neck.
Yeah,
he's still got a lot to learn about sort of pulling back and going forward. But no, number 1 for me. Won a lot of races this year. Charles has been immense in the car, I feel. Number 2 for me, Charles.
Yep.
And I want to go a bit weird again, sorry, after last time. I'm going to go number 3. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Nico Hulkenberg.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
so
I agree with that.
I agree as well.
Just a little bit different. He's been on it all year. He's been fast. He's been up there, and he's top 10 a lot of times, and he's a bloody quick driver. How can he not be on the podium?
I said the same yesterday. Yeah, true.
So that I go Hulkenberg just to be a little bit different.
His back must be hurting him, Hulk, because he's been carrying the whole team.
Yeah.
So I fully agree.
He has.
What about car liveries? I think maybe all of us in agreement about our favourite car livery of the year. So, Rudy, away you go, mate.
The Sauber. That ugly green thing. No, I'm just kidding. No. That ugly green thing was hideous. That was the ugliest of the field. No, of course, the Ferrari.
Don't you just say anything, do you, really? But yeah, I'd say the Ferrari, the Monza, especially the Monza livery, and their race suits as well. They've been absolutely fantastic. Like, I mean, I've tried to get a shirt like a Monza special shirt, but they sold out just like that really quickly. I couldn't get a hold of them. And I've seen other websites that have got them, but I don't trust it. So unfortunately, I didn't get around to having it.
You can have mine. I hate
they do so quick.
I've got a lot of Ferrari stuff at home, but it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit me anymore. I'm afraid it fit me when I was like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10. And I'm sick to all that. But it doesn't fit me anymore, and it's such a shame because I'll probably hand it down to my daughter.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Peter,
I know what you're going to say, but I'm going to ask you anyway.
Well, I wonder. I hated the Ferrari livery this year.
Wow. Okay.
I really didn't like it. The yellow stripe.
Okay.
I didn't agree with it.
Okay.
No, it wasn't for me. And I did love the Kick Sauber green, fluorescent green. It was the one livery that stands out.
It did.
From
It
all
did
the rest.
stand out. Yeah,
stands out.
I really enjoyed it. It's
it
quite
was
like
nice
the
because it was
Lamborghini green,
ugly.
but still,
I agree with that. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. It was nice because it was ugly. Dare to be ugly.
Yeah, I guess so.
Same as
Yeah.
Bottas is his way of doing.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting.
No.
I wasn't expecting that. I've got to be honest.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
No. It's good. It's great. It's great to hear. Yeah. What about? I think Paul, you've already told me earlier.
I'm Williams for me.
Williams, really?
With the blue, white, and yellow livery they had for a few races. Like
And there were the Duracell there.
Yeah,
I love that livery.
The Duracell thing. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
with the blue, white, yellow car, beautiful.
Yeah, I mean you're wrong, but fair enough.
Thanks, Toby. Can we get Toby off the group now? I'm going to sort of get him off now. I've got the stroller. Get him off.
No, it's total control.
Energizer bunny.
So we're going to 2025 with predictions, and Peter.
Oh well, thank you, Paul.
No problem, mate. Merry Christmas, buddy.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, guys. Yeah. So number 5, I think, or I'm hoping, Liam Lawson will do well. So I'd like to see that happen as a Red Bull driver, of course.
Yeah.
So let's see if that happens. I'm very bad at predictions. Normally, nothing comes out of it. So,
we all are.
So number 4, our Sir Lulu. Sorry.
Why have you brought him up, Pete?
Yeah, I'm sorry. But yeah,
he's always there.
I'm hoping the Ferrari is good enough for him to bring it into 4th for him as well.
He's like a bad penny, isn't he? Just keeps turning up.
So next, skip to the number 3 on my predictions. Lando Norris. It's I don't know. If he goes on like he did last season, he might do it. But then there's always the number 2, Max Verstappen, our national hero from the Netherlands. I think he's going to be beaten by my number 1 prediction, Charles. Look at that.
That sounds brilliant, Peter.
I think so. Yeah. If this comes true, I'm going to be so happy. It's going to be a marvelous season. I'm really looking forward to it. But as I said before, that my predictions are normally very bad. So, but anyway.
Well, the season goes all well.
Cool. Cheers, Peter. So moving on to Dan.
Yeah. So just start number 1. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say Max Verstappen. Number 1, because I can't help it. I don't know. It's just a little bit of a soft spot for him, but I think he's done really well. Like going back to Brazil, improved doing that. If there's no concept that if he gets a penalty, he's at the back. He's going to get. Or if it's a race that they can be stronger. So I'd say Max for number 1. Number 2, my hero Charles Leclerc. I think it's going to be a 2022 situation. Number 3, I'm going to give Lewis Hamilton a shot. I think he'll do really well in that. It's really good for Ferrari. A lot of people have. It's whatever you think about it, but I think Lewis is going to. I think he's going to break that burst he had in that car, in that Mercedes, and I think he's going to do really well. And you know what I mean? Seeing a 7-time world championship in the car in a Ferrari, we haven't seen that for that amount of years.
There's people who don't want to see him in there,
but yeah, I've had this in the pub and stuff.
We won't mention their names.
Yeah, exactly. We won't mention the names. We won't. So I'd say Lewis is 3. I'm going to go Lando Norris 4. They're going to be strong again, obviously, but obviously we're going to have quite a tough. It's going to be tough for them as well. Because obviously, got like Lewis in the Ferrari, Charles, obviously, and Max. Yeah, and then I think for number 5, I'm going to go Oscar Piastri.
So, yeah, good.
I'm gonna. That's my top 5. I'm hoping I'm right and I'm wrong, but I don't know.
Who knows? The good thing is, Red Bull is doing without Adrian Newey for the first time in a long time, so that's going to be interesting. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens with Red Bull.
Exactly.
Anyway, on to you then, Rudy. Your top 5 driver victories.
Top 5 for Hamilton. Hamilton 5th. He's going to be beaten by Sainz in the Williams. Yeah, because Sainz is better, and with the new team Williams, I think Fowles is going to give him the car to do that. 3rd, Lando or Max. I think they're going to twist for the 2nd place.
Yeah,
you have to choose.
And I think Charles is going to win it. Yeah. I think Charles is going to win it.
Oh, yeah,
okay,
that's my hope.
Cool. Yeah.
And indeed, with Max, with the Newey, I had Max as 2nd and Lando as 3rd. But with Newey gone, it depends on Max and not on the car what he can do.
Yeah.
It depends on the car and what Max can do with it. Let's say it that way.
I think it's going to be Max number 1. I think Charles will be number 2. I think Piastri will be 3rd. Lando 4th, and 5th. I haven't really chosen anyone, but it's probably going to be Russell or Hamilton. So that's what I think. But I guess I'll go with Hamilton because I'd rather we had the points than not have the points.
Yeah.
So.
Hamilton 5th, Verstappen 4th, Piastri 3rd, 2nd Charles, and 1st Lando.
No.
Wow.
No.
Sorry, guys. We'll see what happens next year.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think McLaren got the car. He might blow away with it, but we'll see.
I think Paul's saying Lando just to jinx it so we can get in front of Lando.
Yeah, probably. My prediction
That's it.
Yeah. So
and keeping the next year alive, huh?
Absolutely.
The next year, there's always a next year credo.
So Lando's first for me, you'll be probably about 10th. So there we go.
There you go.
Well, my sister will be happy to hear you say that, Paul.
Yeah, no problem. She'll like me. She likes me.
Yeah, she likes you. She likes you. Thinks you're
my friends, my new friends at work.
Your mate at the pub will like me as well.
Yes, I went into the pub last night and he had the biggest smirk on his face ever. I just went, "Do not say a word. We give you a 5 to 10."
Top 3 constructors. Peter.
Oh, that's easy. That's an easy one.
Go on, let's
McLaren 3, Red Bull 2nd, and Ferrari number 1, of course.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. That would be
cool. And over to you, Dan. Top 3.
I'm the same as Peter.
I'm saying. We all agree with Peter.
All agree. You took the words straight out of my mouth. I had it written down. I have it written down here. Whatever the homework that Paul told us to do.
Good.
Homework.
I haven't done homework for absolutely years, and then I had to really think about it.
I always give you homework, Dan. Don't worry about it. And Rudy, top 3 constructors, mate. What are you going? Williams,
Champions Ferrari in battle with McLaren, who will become 2nd. And I don't see Red Bull going into the top 3. I think they're going to lose even more. I think they're going to fall back even more. As far that Max will go for the exit clause and then go to Aston Martin.
Yeah, I think he will do. I do agree with that.
I think Red Bull is going to fail. I think Mercedes is going to be 3rd.
Okay, cool.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because Russell and Kimi Antonelli is coming.
Antonelli?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting.
But I don't see. I think Rookie Antonelli will either finish in points or crash.
Yeah,
he's that kind of guy. he proved that in Monza. He proved that in Monza. He went off brilliantly. He went off so hard and like nothing happened. You know, he's crazy. That little guy is crazy.
Wasn't that the same corner that Charles went on?
Yeah,
it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon. Well, first of all, Mercedes will quit mid-season because there'll be no fans left, so there'll be no revenue. So they've
got 5 fans at the moment. 5 fans.
Yeah. It's like no one follows Mercedes anymore, right? No one's a George Russell fan. No one's a Mercedes fan. So they've all just. Look
at the Twitter accounts for Mercedes now. Ferrari. It's literally crazy.
Crazy. But I don't think they'll be very consistent next year. So I'm not even going to mention them. Number one, I reckon. Well, I'm going to go on things I would like to see rather than what I actually think is going to happen. But Ferrari championship. I think second will be McLaren, and I think then it'll be Red Bull. That's what I think.
Yeah. My top 3, unfortunately, the same as this year. Red Bull third, Ferrari second, McLaren first. I do apologise.
He's doing the jinxing it again, Paul.
Anti-jinxing. Yeah.
Job there,
Sorry,
Paul.
Guys.
Where's this mute? Where's the mute button? Yeah, here we go.
I just remember, Toby, you can turn me off this group, can't you? Remember?
Good, yeah. Just remember that, buddy.
Moving on to our last question. Obviously, Perez is probably our favourite nightmare of 2024 season to be awful.
No, there's one person who's even more awful.
Go on then.
Lance Stroll.
Yes, possibly, yeah, absolutely.
He's always alone. He's standing in the back. No, doesn't care for anything. He only has 2 good races a year, and then it's shit again.
Yeah.
And they have Alonso to bring him to bring the feedbacks they need to get a good car, but he's always Q1. He's always P18 or P20, or he drops out. Yeah, and in Brazil, he was in the gravel trap, and the Brazilians were shouting Drugovic, you know. So there's one more person that's even worse than Perez, and that's Stroll. He needs to be kicked out by his own father.
Yeah. So Rudy, are you going Lance Stroll for 2025? Your nightmare of the season?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So we go over to Peter. 2025. Which driver is going to be having a real difficult season and might be replaced?
That was an easy one, I think. It's going to be Carlos. He's going to have a shit year at Williams, I'm afraid.
That can be too, yeah.
It's true. I don't wish him.
I wish him the best.
Misfortune,
too, that's why I hope he gets fourth. But
but I mean,
it's still
I
don't
see it
that's
happening at Williams. I really.
I know who Toby's horror person is going to be.
I'm not going there. Yeah.
Don't want to spoil things, but I think I know who you're going to say.
Nightmare season. I always think Stroll also, but if Perez stays, then definitely Perez, of course.
Yeah.
And as far as a nightmare season for some of us, it's going to be the Tifosi. I think they're going to have a nightmare season in general, because I think we're lining ourselves up to expect great things from someone, and it may not necessarily be an immediate response. Hey, Jojo.
Hi, Jojo. Good to see you.
Hey, Jojo.
Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice to see you, mate.
Good to see you, buddy.
Cheers.
Thanks for joining us, mate. Thanks for joining.
Yeah.
I'm going to go nightmare season for me. Antonelli Mercedes. I think it's it might have a really difficult season. Jojo, I've never heard that. Can you give me your top 3 drivers of the season?
I'm not being biased, but number 1 for me is the 2 Charles and Sainz. That's it. And then that's a toughie. Obviously, Max second.
Yeah.
And Colapinto.
Whoa.
He's trying. He's trying.
Oh,
He's trying.
Cool.
Yeah.
And your top 3 predictions for 2025 drivers. What where you think?
Hamilton's gonna win a couple of races.
Tag it down.
Charles,
You're optimistic.
turns out both Ferrari drivers are gonna be doing well, but I'm not sure. It just depends on. It's like a send-off cross thing between them two.
Yeah.
That's why it's gonna be a struggle for Frederick, our boss, team manager, to handle both 2 roosters in one hen house. It's gonna be like that for me.
Yeah,
I think so.
I totally agree.
It's gonna be a challenge, but I hope we won't lose the championship this 2025 because of that issue. Yeah. And Kimi Antonelli would win a race. That's it. And Sainz as well. Hopefully Sainz as well. Those Sainz would win Williams. Hopefully.
Jeez.
Yeah, I love that. I love that myself. Yeah, love that.
I'd love that. Yeah. You make a hell of an entrance, Jojo. You know that. That's like that's amazing. Like you've gone completely opposite to what the rest of us have said there. That's amazing.
Jojo, who's going to have a real nightmare next season, like Perez this season? Who's going to have a nightmare 2025?
Frederick Vasseur.
Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be. Yeah. I mean, they know he know each other's good traits and bad traits, because I know in GP too. I think 2006 Hamilton was running under Vasseur's ART team in 2006 before he joined F1. I hope he knows how to handle them both, because he knows both of them. They both want to win.
Yeah.
Even more with Hamilton, because that's it's his last year for sure. Those 2 years.
The way Fred cleared the fight between Sainz and Leclerc was already very nice. The next day it was good again. You know, that's how it should be.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I mean, for the fans and for the show
and for the team,
and not good. Yeah, and the team is we're gonna be divided in a way, because everyone. I mean, now you got more fans now because more of Lewis's fans from the Merc days will be joining with us. So they got all different opinions. So we all got different opinions. Us being true red Ferrari fans, we just stick. We always say, regardless of what the team result is, we always still win, lose. We're still together.
Yeah.
When with the Merc ones, everyone's a Hamilton fan. So I've been dodging so many. I mean, I've been directed with so many questions about and some negative things about what I say about Hamilton. Just my opinion, yeah. But I said, look, it's an open, it's a free world.
It's an opinion at the moment.
What they want to say, yeah. So I've been dealing with those fans on the other side, and now they're coming in joining us with Ferrari. I mean, he's got many fans.
There we are. There's our Christmas podcast, everybody. We hope you loved it. We hope you loved hearing all the predictions. It's great to see. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
And a happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Forza Ferrari.
Forza Ferrari.
Forza Leclerc.